So, there are various reasons why people would, I guess, believe in numerology. For a Christian who goes to the Bible, you'll notice something, that there is numerology in the Bible. So God uses it. If God wrote the Bible, then He used it or mentioned it. So I think it's okay. But so if you talk about numerology as a Christian, you talk about the Bible. Wherein you got Ezekiel. You know, I was just thinking about that. You got the you got astrology in Ezekiel 1. You got numerology with the different wings of the four creatures. Or again mentioned in Revelation. And in Revelation, you've got the number 666. So how it works might be in question. You might say, well, what is involved in numerology? How does it work? Well, as a Christian, it's something that's in the Bible, for one thing. It may take some thought about how it works. Yeah, there it is. It may take some thought about how it works. But of course, you've got the Book of Numbers, which has numerology in it. Why are all those numbers mentioned so specifically? Numerology, numbers. You got the Book of Numbers. That has numerology in it. I mean, the numbers mean something. Okay? So, as with astrology, I'm really not qualified to be an expert. What I'm qualified to do is know a little bit about it, teach a little bit about it. When you talk about the most famous numerology in the Bible, I'm trying to think about, you know, you're really dealing with what's popular as 666. And the Bible says this is man's number. And it says to calculate the number of the beast. Well, if I were to tell you calculate the number of 1, how would you do it? If I were to calculate the number of 11, how would you do it? How do you calculate this number? How do you calculate 666? That's where numerology comes in. So, but I want to just talk about the basics. There's more on the internet. There's not much on numerology, and but you know, it's Babylonian. So God was writing in a basically a Babylonian language, or a Babylonian language, I guess, type of expression, which was numbers. The first year of something is the beginning, so the first year of life would be the beginning. That kind of thing. It makes sense that 1 and the beginning go together. You got 1, got the number 1, which can represent God. Number 1. You've got 2, which represents relationship. And you've got 3, which represents well, in a sense, it represents society. It could represent father, mother, child. Yet, you've got 4. This group, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It's your first kind of family type thing. where now 4 you got society. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got maybe, the way to look at it was maybe you've got a couple, a male and a female, and a male and a female, and they group together and they form a society. Okay? 5 has to do with Mercury and astrology, officially. And of course there are different types of astrology. There may be different types of numerology. But you can look into that too. 5 has to do with the mercurial quality, where you've got a society. You now add, with maybe 2 couples, male and female, male and a female, and you got another one, and this is an establishment number. It's also the number of points and the number of lines, the number of sides you need, or the number of let's see, yeah, the number of points you need to draw a real life 3-dimensional object. This, you got society, and this is mercurial. Whereas this is standing, once again, the odd numbers stand outside. You can also go back to Adam and Eve, and it's a archetype, if you are familiar with that word, of male and female, 1 and 2. Then naturally this would be a child. 3 would be a child. 4 would be more of a family, an establishment, or 2 couples, or it represents society. This represents, someone who operates in society. Could be commercial, communicative. The idea that these would be these could also be group 1 and 2. So, and the same with 5. This could be group 1 and 2. Where then you have this object here, this person here, you could say, which operates which operates, in between the 2 groups. You have group 1 and group 2, and this would operate in between the 2 groups. Very much a society type of number. Now, let's get to this. You've got the establishment world, the physical world, in the number 4. The next number, the next societal number, would be number 6. And number 6, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the number of denomination. This is what I want to get to. See if I have enough time to get through this sucker here. This is the number of denominationalism. It's a dangerous number for a Christian who's looking at it from a Christian perspective. Because you have, okay, so you see the dots there? You have this group and you have this group. So you've got an establishment of society. And you got another group over here. What you've got is a group of people over here, a group of people over here, and a group of people over here, and it's denominationalism. So why is the number 7 so important in the Bible? The sevenfold Spirit of God, for example. I believe that's also mentioned in Revelation. And people don't even know why the number 7 is so important. It's the number of a Christian, or somebody, a pre-Christian. It is a outside of society or super societal number. And if you want to know about it, I'm going to do it in the next video here, because this is ticking away. God bless you, and thanks for watching and all that.